Hi guys, it's Lix, and today's video will be more of a show and tell. So as you can tell by the video title, it is a comparison of my paintings from around I want to say 10 to 6 years ago to compare to now. So this first sketch pad is actually from my watercolor classes, which I took back in like 3rd to 4th grade from my uncle, but he was always so occupied with his other students that he actually didn't teach me much. So cough cough. I didn't actually learn much from his class. But yeah, it was a good time to experiment, and let's just get right into it. So this first drawing is of horn, and I liked how I did the complementary colors for this, like purple and yellow. And I'm surprised I actually knew about this back then, I guess. But the watermarks clearly show that I had no idea what the heck I was doing. And I guess the way I did my pencil lines can be said to be kinda corny, if you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I should just go stop. Anyways, next is some watermelon with a vase. And I don't know what happened over here, but the background over here is acceptable. I think I tried to scrape the paint on with paper towels, and I thought that was cool to give it like a textured look. But this is just all. I don't know what was going on. The watermelon looks nice though, so that was good. Yeah. I'll just be doing kind of commentary on all of these drawings and what I think of them now. So I don't even know what to say for this one. Like, there's just like random strokes. I guess this is a pumpkin or a melon of some sort. And the background just has like so much paint in there, but the solid color looks very nice. And the date and I wish I could have like had more even coloring for these fruits. I mean, the lemon looks pretty solid, but like the date. The tomato could use more work. Yeah. And next I have this frog, and I remember I actually did not do a pencil sketch for this until like the very end, when I realized I had no idea where I was putting down the paint. And yeah, I mean, this drawing isn't too bad, but the background, I guess the strokes are just like in all these different directions. And I mean, for like a grade school student, I did pretty good, alright. But yeah, compared to right now, probably could have done better. And I think this is just a persimmon that I gave up on. Yeah, I used way too much paint there. It looks so like opaque. I don't even know what was going on. But anyways, next drawing. Okay, this one is a funny one, cause do you guys see this like light purplish color here? That is actually pomegranate juice. And yes, I took the actual pomegranate and I juiced it, and then I used the juice to like use it as watercolors. But obviously it did not behave the same way as watercolors would, and it seeped through to the next page. So yeah, but that was a really funny thing that I did. And finally we have this like flower arrangement kind of drawing that I did. I like how I did the shadow though, cause yeah, I guess it makes it look more three-dimensional, but I don't know why this thing, like this is obviously the shadow for this thing, right? This shadow for this, and then it's over here, but then this. Okay, I take that back. I don't know what I was doing with the shadows. But yeah, I think this is, well yeah, this is actually all that I have of my drawings from back then. So that's kind of a shame, because I remember I did so much more than this. But I wonder where my other books went. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Anyways, so now we're done with this, and the next pad is actually starting from 6th grade. So after I finished my watercolor classes, my uncle gave me a bunch of supplies and told me to practice at home. But then I actually never picked them up until around like 3 years later in 6th grade. So yeah. Okay, so I remember the first drawing we have here is of this magnificent mushroom from Maplestory, of course, since I was such an addict back then, and I just drew whatever the heck was related to Maplestory. And oh yeah, next we have a pencil sketch actually of these Maplestory characters from back then that were actually my friend's cousins and her back then online boyfriend, if you know what I mean. Yeah, 5th grade relationships are really serious. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I remember I heavily referenced this, but it wasn't so bad to the point that I was just copying it line for line. But I can definitely try to redraw this to make it better. You're not saying that I should, but yeah. Okay, next drawing. Have a wasted page. I'm just kidding. I remember I didn't know what to draw, so I just drew this like kind of bewildered face, like this O underscore O. It's like emoticon, it's like the eyes and this is the mouth, just like going at me like, what? I don't know what to draw. But yeah, I probably shouldn't have wasted this page since watercolor paper is quite expensive. And next, oh, excuse that, that's actually my grandpa coming back from his walk, and yeah, okay, I'll just tell him to be quiet. And next we have, oops, I keep hitting the camera. Next we have a drawing that I did for my mom for Mother's Day, and it's actually of a rose that I found on Google Images, and I'm actually really proud of this one. I'm pretty proud of this one even now because I just put so much detail and time into this that it really shows, and yeah, I really like this one for some reason, even though I've like kind of grown out of just drawing roses. And here I have, oh, if you guys saw my draw it again this video, I actually redrew this before, but here is my first attempt at drawing Lix, which is my OC. And the funny thing about this is that back then, my uncle actually took away my white paints, my white watercolor paints, because in traditional watercolors, you're not supposed to use white paint. But then I needed white paint for the highlights of her eyes, so she just looked super emo because I didn't have any white paint. Yeah, that was kind of funny side story. And next we have, oh, we have this drawing I did for my friend Polly. I think I got really mad halfway because it wasn't turning out the way I wanted to, so I just splattered paint everywhere. And it gives a cool effect, but I kind of splattered too much on there. So yeah, for anyone who is wondering, this is actually Luca from Uraboku, which is an anime similar to Vampire Knight, except for the two main characters are boys. And if you're not into shonen I wouldn't recommend that you watch it, but the plot was definitely like good enough for me to get through it. So yeah, and next we have some corn I drew for my mom's birthday. She really likes corn, so I always draw her corn for her birthday. And this was like, I think the attempt back in like 7th grade. I think I probably like forgot how to use watercolors, so that's why it looks so like blurry and stuff. But yeah, and finally, I think this is the last drawing from that period of time, and this was actually a bit past that. I think I drew this in 8th grade or 9th grade, and it was of my of someone that I really looked up to in high school. So she was like a year older than me, and I really looked up to her because she was like kind of like my role model back then. So I just drew her, and it was a birthday present, so yeah, she really liked it, and I really still like this drawing too. So now we're done with this, and I have a few drawings from more recently. So this is actually a part of my senior art show, and for senior art show I did 3 pieces, which was this called Azure, one red one called Scarlet, and also a yellow one called Canary. So if you guys can't tell, those are the primary colors, and I thought that was really cool to like create a set that had like the 3 primary colors. But the yellow one is really small and it's like really yellow, so it's really hard to see on camera. I didn't include that in here, but basically this is the Azure one. I really like the flowiness of her hair, even though I kind of messed up on the purple here. Sorry, my voice is kind of dying since I usually don't talk for this long. But yeah, and I did some flowers on the bottom just to cover up so she wouldn't be naked. And next I have my favorite one out of all 3 of them, which is Scarlet. She has like such a pain of expression, but I don't know why. I like drawing sad or pained people. That's kind of sad how I like to do that. But yeah, here is Scarlet, and it's basically just like a girl wearing a dress, and there's like red water. I don't know, I just wanted everything to be red. And then the little white specks are actually mask out, they're not white paint. So yeah, and finally I have this more recent landscape drawing. This was done just from my head, so, and it was from the watercolor class that I'm currently taking in college. So this was also practice for mask out technique, but I just included this here since I thought it'd be nice to have more of a variety of drawings in this show and tell. And silly me, I actually forgot to mention this when I recorded that take. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!